Hi, Lucy here. Today I wanted to walk you through the Academy platform so that you can see everything that's included in there if you sign up. So first of all, by signing up to the platform, you'll get access to all of our online courses that are currently in the portal and anything new that gets added. So let me show you some of the ones that are available. Within the portal, we have courses going from beginner to advanced level. So we have the crash course in financial modelling, teaching you the fundamentals of what a financial model is and what a good one looks like. We then have things like our Excel Foundations course, which teaches you all of the formulas that you need and all of the usability that you need to be able to do the rest of the courses within the platform. We also have courses on how to pass a financial modelling test, a guide to valuations and all the different valuation techniques, taking you from simple yield capitalization techniques all the way to discounted cash flows. We then have our more advanced modelling courses, which start with the How to Build a Model the Smart Way, which teaches you the fundamentals of teeing yourself up for building a model and the best practices for building models, that then leads into these additional courses. So at the moment in the platform, we have How to Model a Commercial Lease, one on debt and financing for real estate, and another one on waterfalls and promotes. So all of the courses follow the same format generally. Some of them are a little bit different, but most of them follow this same format. We start with just an introduction and letting you know what you're going to learn during this course. You're then taught the key terms and tools. And by that, I mean things like a glossary, in case you don't know the terms that are going to come up later on, and then also any downloads that might come with this course. We then go into understanding the concept. So we're assuming that you have no knowledge. If you do have the knowledge, you can just skip past these bits. But to make sure everyone's on the same page when they start the modelling elements, we do a little background of understanding the concept. So for example, in this commercial lease course, we talk about what actually is a commercial lease. And then we go through some example heads of terms and a lease agreement so that you know what information is important to you to pull out later for your model. We then have our step-by-step modelling. So all of the modelling elements are broken down into individual videos. So they vary from 1 to 5 minutes or 1 to 10 minutes, depending on the complexity of the thing being taught in that video. But effectively, it means that you can then search for any of these videos. So if you wanted to add rental growth, you could come into the portal and you could search for rental growth, and it would show you this lesson, and you'd be able to then implement this lesson and put it into your own model. It means that if you've only got 5 or 10 minutes to jump into the course and do some learning, then you just watch one video. If you've got an hour, you can watch 10 of them. But all of them are broken down into simple, short videos like these. The next part of the course is what we call the real world application. So this bit explains potential metrics that are useful at this point in time, and also how people in the real world would use this tool. So for example, in this course, we talk about the metrics of WALT and occupancy, and then we create a dashboard. Most of the lessons are unlocked so that you can jump in wherever you want to, but occasionally some of them will be locked, like this one, because we want you to have done these 4 lessons before you move on to building out your dashboard. After that section, you then have one called Testing Your Skills. And this is where you can practice all the things that you learnt earlier in the course. So we always have a multiple choice assessment in there that is graded. And then we also have some other examples that you can practice with. So in this one, you would be modelling a series of commercial leases. And then here we have some example assets where you can practice putting in those leases and putting in the assumptions around those leases. And then our final section that we have is just the next steps. So it gives you a little recommendation about which course you should be completing next based on what you've just done. If you ever get stuck while you're doing the courses, then you can find a little button here called Get Unstuck, Ask Questions in the portal. And when you press that button, you're taken to the discussion page. So you can see, you can click on the Help I'm Stuck button and you can ask questions and make sure you tag us and then we'll answer. You can also introduce yourself in the network and intro section. You can share any tips or wins that you've had recently. And there are also some job opportunities that come from our recruiter partnerships. So if you're looking for a job or you're looking to hire, then this is the place to find that information. What we also do is have live events. So if you go to the events page, you can see that every 2 weeks we have what we call a Get Unstuck call. So you can see they're every other Thursday morning, and they are a session for you to come and ask questions about anything that's in the training platform or anything that you're dealing with in real life. So if you've got a new opportunity and you can't quite work out how to model a certain element, or you're a bit stuck on your IC paper or whatever it is, then you can jump on that call and then you can get help from me or from anyone else who's also on the call about the best way to model that thing or deal with that tricky situation or whatever it is. We are here for you. On a monthly basis, we also have a networking call, so you can just come and say hi and chat. So that's on a Friday afternoon, and it's just a nice way to get to know the other people who are in the platform. To create a bit of fun in the platform while you're learning, there's also a leaderboard. So as you complete courses and complete lessons and contribute to the platform, you will win points. And at the end of each month, starting from September, once the summer is over, then we'll be handing out little awards for the people who have worked hardest on the platform and got the most amount of points. So that's it for the EiP portal. If you have any questions about anything that you've seen in this video, then please do feel free to message me. I am very, very happy to answer them. So that's it. I hope you have a great day.